This is Jack.
This is William.
And this is Justin, and we're No Compromise, and you're listening to WGMUradio.com, home of the best indie music in the world.
WGMU, George Mason University's radio station on the internet at WGMUradio.com. I am Brittany Brooks, and I am here with Simone from Simone and the Spectrum. They are our local artists here in Northern Virginia. They have a show at Jam and Java this Thursday. Doors open at 6:30, and the show starts at 7:30. So, Simone, tell us about Simone and the Spectrum. What's the background? What's going on? You've been here for 3 years with this band. How did it all come together?
So, we started off 3 years ago.
I have been writing for a little while, probably since I was like 14 or something like that. And I met the guys in school and also our friend DJ outside of school. And we all I was recording with DJ my original songs from that time. So it was about maybe 4 years ago before I had the band. And then when we were done, DJ recommended, you should just start a band and put it all together. And we had Troy already on the original recordings playing bass and playing guitar. So it kind of came together really easily. John Worthman was drumming for us, or offered to drum for us at the time, and he was a good friend. So it all kind of fell together really smoothly. We're all good friends kind of making music together, and everyone was down to play on my songs and work with me. So it was good. It's been a cool ride.
So it's awesome that all you guys are Mason alumni. So everybody put your hands together for Simone, because she's going to make it big time, and she's from Mason. So we all have someone to look up to. So with your band, you guys are very original, very amazing sounding. There's nothing I can actually compare it to. So what are some of your inspirations that kind of put your band together for the way it sounds today?
So some of the people I like to listen to, Kimbra is probably like my biggest idol, inspiration.
All of you guys are in love with Kimbra.
Yes.
I still need to get on top of that.
We all have a big crush on Kimbra. So Kimbra is definitely like top of the list. But everyone has different influences. So, I mean, I started writing more gearing up towards writing for a band. And it was odd at first because I was used to just the solo singer-songwriter piano voice thing. I would listen to a lot of Regina Spektor and Ingrid Michaelson when I was first starting out. And then I started listening to more female-fronted bands. So there's Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. There's Kimbra. Just so many awesome female front women that I look up to. So I started to write differently, and working with the guys, they bring such a cool energy and such different vibes to what I'm thinking. So it all kind of meshes really well. Everyone's really listening to each other. Everyone is open to new ideas. And it's really fun to work with the guys, and it's a really fun process to see where my songs end up, like from start to finish, working with everybody.
So where was the first place you guys played a gig at together? You say you have a lot of fun playing. So was the first time fun for you? What did you guys do for your first gig?
The first gig that we ever played was at Fat Tuesdays.
Right across the street in University Mall. I think that's a good spot for a very first gig.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was so nervous, and we invited all of our friends, and all the guys were drinking beer, and I was drinking water because I was like too nervous to even drink. But it was fun. It was a good first show. It was a good way to kind of like ease my way into it.
Okay, so that is Simone from Simone and the Spectrum. We have more music from them for you and more, questions and answers for you. So here is the Uke song from Simone and the Spectrum.
You and me sitting
Brittany Brooks here, back with Simone from Simone and the Spectrum. We have more questions for you, Simone. So now that song is called the Uke Song. It's a very interesting title, and that was from your first EP release. So how'd you come up with that original name? It's not your average title name.
So Uke Song, we had all been working on it. We recorded it, and we still didn't have a name. And there were some, prospects. It was, I think one was, Slowly Getting Away. But it just didn't feel like it didn't feel like the right name. And we kept, in band rehearsals, calling it the Uke Song because we didn't have a title for it. And after, a month of doing that, we had a show one night and we still didn't have a title, so we were just it's the Uke Song. That's the title now.
I like the name for this song, especially because Troy rocks that uke. It's no business more than he rocks the actual bass. He's like, this is my thing. I gotta rock this. I gotta rock it all through the song. He's a phenomenal bassist too. Don't get me wrong, but he wants to make sure that uke is named throughout that song. So this song, like I mentioned, is from your first EP release. So how does some of those songs from the first EP release differ from some of the songs that you're preparing for your new EP that you're doing the sneak peek of this Thursday?
So the beginning of, the first EP that we released, Keep On Talking, it's very not acoustic, but we have piano, we have ukulele, bass, electric guitar, and it's very piano-centric. And after the original EP was out, I acquired a microKORG, which is a synthesizer, and I started playing on the microKORG, and that completely changed the direction of our music because it was so electronic and it was something new. So the writing changed with that as well. And yeah, so I started actually with Let Me In Again, one of the first songs that I wrote for this new EP. And the first sound that I played on the microKORG that I was testing out happened to be the sound that went into that song, and I had been working on it. And that sound kind of carried through and just brought the song to that shape. And from then on, I was writing with the microKORG.
Well, Let Me In Again. It's a very powerful song, and we'll hear it later, actually after this set of questions. It's very powerful. I hear it live every show that you go to because it's the song you want to hear when we go out to see you, all of us, all of your friends and all of your fans. And it's very spine chilling. It's just a very dramatic song. And how did you come about getting such a dramatic song onto paper and into the recording?
So writing Let Me In Again was kind of funny because I was in my room, I was at home, and I was listening to new music. And something I was listening to, it had kind of this vibe of a little bit of a darker vibe. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. I want to do something that's a little bit more dramatic and has a little bit more edge, And so I just went over to my keyboard in my room and I started playing those beginning opening chords on the song and singing over it. And the first thing that I started singing was the hook of the song, which is Let Me In Again, the chorus. And I just left it alone. I did that, and then I was like, oh, that was cool, and didn't think about it. And then that week, I acquired the microKORG. Troy's, a friend of ours, didn't want it anymore and said that we could borrow it indefinitely.
Indefinitely, I like that.
So I tried out what I had written earlier that week on the microKORG. And then I showed the guys at practice, and I was singing them the song. I wrote the verses when I was playing on the microKORG that day. And when I brought it to the guys, they just immediately, everyone started playing their parts. Everyone knew what they wanted it to sound like, and it was honestly, the most natural songwriting process I think I've ever had was for that song. And what I was thinking of when I was writing it is the cycles, kind of the patterns that we get into in our lives. Everyone has a vice. Everybody has things that they come back to over and over again that they don't want to, but in some ways they do, because they wouldn't keep coming back if they didn't. And so the song is about wanting something, coming back to it constantly, and the different patterns and the habits that we get into as humans. And at the end of the day, we're all humans. We all do that. So we're in it together.
You describing that song just gave me chills. But Let Me In, again, is an amazing song, like I said before. They actually did a video of it recently and premiered it just last week on Tuesday at Epicure Cafe, and everybody was so amazed with this video. There was so much work that went into this video. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to check it out. Just go to YouTube, type in Simone and the Spectrum, and go to their profile and check it out, or go to their Facebook and check it out. Let Me In Again. And how did you guys come up with, the plot for that video? It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. You just have to watch it. It's so amazing.
Oh, thanks, Brittany. So we work with our friend David, who shot the video for the first single, Keep On Talking. And I approached David, asked him if he would like to shoot another music video for us, and if he would it be for Let Me In Again? And he was completely interested, and we kind of hit the ground running with the idea of shooting this video. And I gave him kind of the same plot line, like what I was thinking about when I wrote the song. And I did not know how to put that into a video. Like, I had no idea what kind of setting, what kind of plot line we could put together for that concept, because it's such a broad concept. And David came back with this idea to have multiple versions of myself as this character, I guess, and I'm reflecting back on different scenarios. He had a barn that he kind of scoped out near his family's cabin, and it was a little bit run down. It looked like it was dying. And it's no longer there, actually. If you watch the video and you see the barn, that barn doesn't exist. It completely collapsed now.
Really?
Yeah, it's gone.
No.
But so I'm glad it made its debut.
It did. Especially, do you think it collapsed because it was that awful winter season that you recorded this video? I'm sure.
Yeah.
You have to tell us how it was like to record that video in such the cold winter of 2013.
Well, it was the coldest thing I've ever experienced. In all honesty, I was sitting on a frozen lake in a sundress, and my dress was frozen to the lake. And that's just the beginning of the video process.
That's just the beginning. Later, she falls into water, and I'm sure that was probably the worst part.
Actually, this is the trickery. We filmed the video, or the part of the video that was in the water, in May, and we did it in a heated pool.
Okay. Well, I feel a little bit better that you didn't get hypothermia.
Yeah, me too.
But here is the song Let Me In Again. You guys are going to love it.
Staring at the stars in the falling sky, I didn't see you, I didn't try. And on the verge of a perfect night, I didn't see you. Don't ask me why. You say, let me in again, 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 again. Let me in again, again, again. I can't see, but the clock is ticking. I'll go down with the sound of everything around me. I'll go down with the sound of you saying, let me in again, 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 again. Let me in again, again.
That was Let Me In Again. You're here with me, Brittany Brooks, and Simone from Simone and the Spectrum, who wrote that wonderful song. So, Simone, how excited are you about this Thursday at Jam and Java for your sneak peek EP release?
I am so excited. It's finally here, 2 days away.
2 days.
2 days.
I can't wait.
And Thursday night, we'll be giving everyone a peek into what we've been working on, what we recorded for this new EP. We wanted to share it with our friends and our fans and really show them like what we recorded in the spring and all of our new songs. We have some other new material that hasn't been heard yet that we're going to be sharing as well at the show. So it's going to be pretty fun.
So Simone and the Spectrum will be at Jam and Java this Thursday, the 28th. Doors open at 6:30 and the show starts at 7:30. But before we go, I just want to ask you, Simone, what should we expect from your show?
So this Thursday, we'll have new music. We have 2 awesome openers. First of all, we have Yum from the area. They're an amazing band that we recently heard and met, and we were just like, they have to play on our opening release show. They have to. And they were interested, so yay. And then Dr. Robinson's Fiasco, who we've played many shows with and who we've opened for before. They've opened for us. We really love to play shows with them. They're great friends. And Rob, who's in that band, also went to Mason. I met Rob my freshman year. So they'll be opening for us, and then we're going to start off around 9:30-ish. We have a lot of things that we've made for the show. So I decided to maybe go all out with this DIY stuff. We tie-dyed shirts. We made tie-dye shirts with our logo on it. 2 nights ago, and it was kind of fun. All 4 of us outside and probably the middle of the night tie-dyeing shirts. So we have that. We have CDs. We're going to have hard copy CDs of our new EP, which we will be sharing at the EP show. We'll be sharing them at our other shows in the next month as well. But mostly this Thursday, we're going to have all these great CDs that we really want to give to everybody who's there. So expect CDs, expect T-shirts, posters, new music, great openers, and just a night of just a lot of fun and a lot of good music.
Thank you, Simone. So that's Simone from Simone and the Spectrum, and I'm Brittany Brooks, and we're done for today. So if you want to see that show, that is this Thursday, the 28th. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30, so you should be there. Simone, how much are the tickets?
Tickets are $10 before the show and $13 at the door.
So if you don't want to spend $13, go ahead and go to Simone and the Spectrum on Facebook. Send a little message. We'll get one out for you. If you can't, because you just don't have the money yet, then we'll get you tickets at the door for $13. You all have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you, Simone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Simone.